Oh yeah, I want to check out this one, guys. I want to check out this one. Here we go. All right, let's watch this. This one's by Rev, right? This one, another Rev video, and this one's about ProZD, and we'll see if he goes into like the backstory, but I do know the backstory. It is quite interesting.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here. So once again, no VTuber model for today. I am traveling around for the Labor Day holiday, so I hope you guys are enjoying that.
Dude, this guy's on the grind. This guy's on the grind. He's traveling. He's still uploading content. What a fucking legend.
Are celebrating it, but anyways, we're gonna be looking at another Reap What You Sow moment featuring ProZD. Now, this is someone who has made comments about anime and the dubbing scene and voice actors generally, and those comments have continued to haunt him for a very long time. Now, in case you're not familiar with who this guy is, he is someone who blew up on YouTube, where for years he made very successful sketches that are anime themed, and eventually he got some opportunities in the anime voice acting dub scene. Now, he's become a bit of a meme, especially among anime fans, because of his comments about the medium. While his virtue signaling on places like Twitter has gotten seal claps from members of his industry and some of the most annoying users on social media, a lot of other anime fans, specifically dub fans, are pretty annoyed with some of his comments, especially the ones where he is very hypocritical. He is someone who has advocated for censorship of...
dude, we need an emote for that. We really do. We need an emote for that.
Anime that
I'm gonna ask my manager. Yeah, I'm gonna ask my manager if I could get an email for that. Yeah.
Yucky or gross. And he's also made a lot of comments about authentic casting, which is a very, very hot button issue. Seems very basic in terms of how normal people react to it, but a lot of people are trying to virtue signal. They've been pushing this authentic casting thing for a long time, and ProZD is one of the people at the helm of that movement. Now, when there was a recent project announced, Knights of Gwennavir, people were looking at this and then seeing the voice acting cast for the characters, they noticed one thing. ProZD playing this specific character. Now, you look at the two right there, side by side. Looks like their ethnicity doesn't really match up. Now, if you're not someone who advocates for authentic casting and, you know, you're a normal...
Okay, so here's all a backstory if you don't know what the hell's going on, right? So, ProZD, basically, there was like this whole controversy before where he was basically saying that you should only act as whatever race you are. Right, so he created like this, and people were like, "That's fucking stupid," right? Like, what? He was basically saying, like, you know, if you're Asian, you should only like. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but it was like basically along those lines of like, you know, if you're white, you should not be voice acting characters that aren't white, right? And kind of a weird thing to say when you don't follow this, you know, it's not like the other way around, right? Like you don't follow the rules either, right? It's like a rules for thee and not for me sort of situation. So naturally, every time he voices a character that's not Asian, they shit on him for it, you know? I mean, rightfully so, because that's what he said. You're going to follow your own rules or not. You're going to follow like you're going to go online and virtue signal about it. And then you're not even going to do it yourself. You're only going to do it when it benefits you, right? And of course, everybody was just, you know, memeing on him about it. And, you know, it happens again. It's going to follow him forever, right? Basically at this point.
Person, you don't care about this. But the reason people are in the comments section like this pointing out hypocrisy, it's because he has pushed for authentic casting time and time again, where he wants the ethnicity of the character to match the ethnicity of the voice actor playing them. And this is something he was called out for about 2 years ago. He kind of fell on his own sword with this concept. This is why people are so fired up to see him taking this role. It all began with this situation involving a Bleach dub for the character Yoriji, and originally This character was played by the voice actress Wendy Lee, who, as you can see, is a white woman. And she's playing a darker skinned character. Nobody cared, right? She did the role for years.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was great. But then there was a recast.
Isn't the whole point of acting that you're being something that you're not? Like, what? Isn't that what acting is? I'm so confused. Well, I don't understand it. You know,
Where
I don't
a different
get it.
voice actress, Anaris Quinones, who has darker skin, then took over this role, at least very briefly. And people were
weird.
making tweets like this, seeing one and one together and thinking, why would you needlessly recast the voice actress for this character when clearly Wendy Lee also wanted to reprise the role? What is going on here? Is this an attempt to virtue signal and promote authentic casting? And eventually, citing complications with scheduling and some confusion, they would give back Wendy Lee the role. So she would end up reprising the role, but people in the voice acting scene and their supporters were very upset about this, where people were crying foul, that there was something not right about this. And they were even pointing out Wendy Lee's reaction on social media once she did get her role back, saying she was being insensitive to those comforting Quinones after the recast. And quoting a related post, ProZD would say the recast was already unacceptable, but this is just the effing yikes on top. Now, the last part is referring to what they believe are insensitive comments she was making about the situation, referring to Wendy Lee. But as you can see, the first part is making it very clear. He's implying that the recast, that Wendy Lee getting her role back, was already unacceptable. And reading between the lines in his support of authentic casting, the only explanation is that he thought she shouldn't play that role because her skin color didn't match up.
Do you think these people really believe this shit, chat? I'm just curious. What do you think? Do you think they actually believe this shit? That, like, you can only act as, like, what you are? Do they think that's real? Or are they only doing it just, like, for their own benefit? You think they're only doing it just because, like, you know, they're just doing it for their own benefit? So what, can this guy, like, not, he can't, like, nobody can voice, like Japanese characters? Because, like, a lot of anime characters are Japanese, right? I just don't get it, man. ProZD played a robot in Borderlands 3. It doesn't seem pretty authentic to me. Yeah, the ChatGPT has something to say about that, right? I should ask ChatGPT, actually. Dude, I should ask ChatGPT. I should ask how it feels about it. Stolen Clanker Valor. I know.
With the character. And this is something he made very clear in an interview around that time.
Do you feel like your opportunities are limited? Do you feel like more opportunities would be open to you if you were, you know, a white male, being by what you've seen so far?
I definitely would have more opportunities if I were white, for sure. There's no...
Man. Thank you for the bits, HSV Dragon King. Thank you so much. The people who care about this, like ProZD, remind me of the Celestial Dragons. Dude, they kind of do. You know what? True. They kind of do, man. They kind of do remind me of the Celestial Dragons. Man, what the hell? What the hell? That's so weird, man.
No doubt about that. I mean, even comparing now to, like, let's say like 5-10 years ago, it's definitely changed. Like, I think studios are much more aware of, hey, we should, cast authentically,
This is so dude, this is so, this is so fucking stupid. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, this just sounds like hope to me. Like, am I wrong? Like, this just sounds like complaining just because, like, you're not doing very well, It's just like, oh man, it's because of my race, man. White man keeping me down. Yeah, it just seems like a skill issue to me, just being real.
Have been some good steps. We still have a long way to go.
So to make this very clear, authentic casting is something that's trying to force voice actors to only play roles where the ethnicity of the character matches their own.
That's so
this is
fucking
something
weird.
that is so progressive, it is regressive. A lot of these people cite an attempt to even the playing field where minority voice actors will have more opportunities, but that is just not how it plays out in practice, especially in the anime industry. If you have, for example, a black voice actor, they are going to lose roles because of this. Yes, they will get priority on darker skinned characters, but that's only a very small fraction of anime characters.
And also, like, how far does it go? Like, isn't this dude like Korean? What the fuck?
So in the dubbing industry, they're going to lose almost all of their opportunities. And that's something people are pointing out. I know, radical theory for people like this, but discrimination based on the color of your skin, especially with employment opportunities, is not good. But people like ProZD have been pushing this very hard, and lo and behold, he'd fall on his own sword. Where back in, I believe, late 2023, he lost a role because of authentic casting. This was applied against himself in this now deleted Twitter thread where he was told he cannot take an opportunity to voice a white character because he's, of course, Asian. And he would be very upset about this, even trying to deflect and say the naysayers will go, oh, don't you want authentic casting? And he continues on basically saying this is not an example of that and that the playing field hasn't been leveled, and just really playing the victim in the situation once again. So looking at the entire scope, his continued support for authentic casting and weaponizing it against people he doesn't like, this happening to him back in 2023 was very ironic. People have not forgotten about this. So when he did go to Twitter and announce his role in this Knights of Gwennavir series, people are now mocking him. And here's a great example of how these interactions typically go. Here's Madam Savvy saying, aren't you the blow-up pool ball who said you have to look like the character you voice? And of course, blocked. And this is something he's been doing forever. This has been the play, so to speak. I got blocked as well for a different tweet that I briefly referred to at the beginning of the video, where he was talking about the anime series Made in Abyss. And he was making a claim about that, saying he wishes that parts of the show would be removed, referring to what he considers the creepy stuff. And then when he got...
But the whole point of Made in Abyss is that it's fucking awful. That's the whole point of Made in Abyss. Brother Red Rack, thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. The self-insert fantasy is a hell of a drug. I know, man.
Major backlash for criticizing his own industry's tropes. He would try to say, oh, it's just a joke, and that anyone who has an issue with this is not normal and basically stupid. And I made a very bland post, not even directly interacting with his post, rather a screenshot, and I would get blocked. And I thought it was a very mundane thing, but it was too much. That's been the play for him, is to block anyone who criticizes him one way or another. And that has been confirmed again. Just before recording this, he did make a response to everything going on with the current series he's voicing in. And he says, hey all, this will be my last tweet on this platform. I will no longer be using Twitter.
Oh, he's going to go to Blue Sky. He's going to Blue Sky hug box, you know? Yeah.
After this. If you look at the replies on my latest announcement tweet, you'll see a lot of comments like this.
They always come back. They always come back, chat.
Has been going on for years now, and while the normal procedure has been to block and move on, I truly don't think Twitter is worth it anymore. In the past, I have expressed that I think diversity in casting is important. It's a complicated topic, but at the end of the day, I will stand by this. I think it's important for voice actors to be given equal opportunity, and I think there have been positive changes on that front. A lot of bad faith arguers have tried to paint this as me saying things I never said. And of course, we're going to read the part 2 of this, but we know he's not just promoting diversity. In fact, authentic casting that he has made very clear is something he supports, does the exact opposite in practice. We all know this. It's ruining a naturally, very organically diverse...
I don't really care. It should be even. So, like, if... So you go one or the other. Right? Either Either no one can do it or everyone can do it. That's how I feel about it. If you can replace a character and turn them black, you should be able to turn a black character white, in my opinion. I just think that's fair. Just being real.
Diverse industry where your looks shouldn't matter whatsoever. It's just the quality of your voice acting skill. But anyways, he continues on saying, I've been reluctant to address this for years because I know a lot of these people will not listen to reason no matter what I say, and I have not wanted to add to this ongoing drama. Twitter especially is a cesspool for hatred, and it's been awful these past few years, but I think it's important for people to know that this has been happening. This is the last time I'll comment on any of this. Goodbye, Twitter. You truly suck.
To be fair, though, Twitter is kind of shit. I'm just being real. Well, it's not that Twitter is shit. It's just that, like, people are, like, super retarded. You gotta get people on there that are just hating for... Like, Twitter is, like, the unfiltered mass consciousness of humanity. So, like, obviously, there's gonna be people on there that are just... They're just crackheads, right? You just deal with crackheads. It's just how it is when you have so many people in the place, right? Like I went to a city today, right, to go get a bite to eat. Like I was in the city the whole time, but like there was like this place I wanted to go to, so we went like to the city, and God, I freaking hated it, right? So we're in the city, and I'm sitting there eating my ramen, and this like freaking homeless guy walks up with his freaking blind cane, and he's not even blind. He's like so obviously not actually blind. He like walks up and he just starts begging for money in the restaurant. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What the hell? He just opens the door of the restaurant, comes in, and he's like, can you guys give me some money? And like nobody was doing anything. Like none of the staff of the restaurant, no one was doing anything. They're just, give me some money, guys. I need money. And it was just like, what the fuck? Right? Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that like Twitter is like that. It's just, you just have random people coming in to say their thing, and they're just gonna say something retarded. It's just how it is, right?
And he gives 3 examples of cherry-picked comments, most of them with only a few likes, where they're saying things about his race. Obviously, very aggressive comments, but he's cherry-picking these responses to make it sound like he is the subject of racism. Like, that's the only thing going on here. Now, this is part of the reason why I always say this type of stuff...
There is racism on Twitter, though. But you know what? The real world has racism. You can't do anything about people. So, like, here's how I see it, right? Like, you can't do anything about people being racist. It's like, even if it's like online and you were to stamp out all racism online, that doesn't mean that you won't be exposed to it in real life. And the way I see it is you can't really control what other people do in real life, but what you can do is learn to just be like, yeah, you're fucking retard, whatever, I don't care. Right? And that's kind of it, really. Is if you build up that resistance to just be like, yo, this person's just like a troll ass retard, like who cares, right? You'll be a lot better off, in my opinion.
Tracks from the real criticism. This stuff serves as an opportunity for someone like ProZD to show these comments and say, oh, it's because these people...
Yeah, you can just block them, right? I'm just being real. Like, if you have a person that goes on your feed and is just like, like this Mr. Philip Chen guy. Man, people like you makes me think we should bring back Asian hate, right? And if a person, you just block them. Like, whatever, just block him, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can block them, you can mute them. Like, it is what it is, right? You don't have to like, you don't have to interact with them. You could just block them.
People are racist. They're just,
only 61 people saw the
acting outrageous.
Yeah, exactly.
They're doing these things while deflecting all the valid criticism people are actually giving. That's why you don't give people
But Philip
like
Chen is
ProZD a
Asian
chance.
too? Is he actually? Wait, that would be so funny if he is. That means it was just a joke. That means he got really mad over a joke. Oh my god, he is Asian. He is Asian. He was just joking. He was literally trolling. Oh my god. Mr. Philip Chat's actually Asian because he does face cam streaming. So he's literally just memeing. He's literally memeing on him, and an Asian man memed on him about bringing back Asian hate, and he took it like so seriously, but it was like a joke. Man, that's crazy.
To play the victim, and that's what he did immediately. He doesn't address any of the criticism about his support of authentic casting and how he is quite literally violating his own principles by taking this role. Rules for thee, but not for me, is really the way to sum this up. And also, people were also pointing out that authentic casting wouldn't even support other people playing in the show. But anyways, I think you really get the point. That's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Hey,
another banger video by Rev. Guys, you want to know the only thing that's consistent in all of this, and it's every single time. The only consistency is they just want what gives them an advantage every time. They don't want fairness. They want an advantage over other people, and they're never consistent about it. Like if it gives them advantage, they want it. Otherwise, if it doesn't give an advantage, they don't want it, even if it's the same thing, right? Like this racial casting thing, yeah, only when it gives them an advantage. Otherwise, I don't really want that, right? That's what it's all about. It's all about using race to gain an advantage over other people, and it's just right now, like societally, it's free. It's free on white people, right? And that's why people do this all the time. They'll just get advantages over white people by claiming some kind of race shit over it. Yeah, these people are actually just racist. They're racist, and we should just call it out what it is. They're just fucking racist people.